What's up, good people? What's up, good people? It's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr. It's another Friday. It's another Friday. It's another Friday. Y'all know what we do on Fridays. We finish strong. It's Finish Strong Friday. So what are we going to do today? We gonna finish strong, like Pinky and the Brain used to always say. Pinky would always ask Brain, "What are we gonna do today, Brain?" We're gonna do what we do every day: try and take over the world. That's what this Finish Strong Friday is about. It's about building the 21st century church, a new approach to sin. That's how we take over the world, y'all. It's about the takeover. It's about the church takeover. The church step up. That's what I'm going to call it, the church step up. We're talking about a new approach to sin, not S-I-N. Can y'all see that? It's C-I-N. Commitment to impacting the needs of the community. That's what a new approach to sin is. And we as the church must have the 21st century new approach to sin, a commitment to impacting the needs of the community. How are we as the church committing to impacting the needs of the church? What are we talking about this week? We talked about commitment. We talked about impact. We talked about needs. We talked about the community. Talked about all those things. We talked about those things. Today we're going to talk about leadership mastery in the church. We're talking about leadership mastery in the church, y'all. I'm going to talk about this really quickly this morning, but I wanted to finish this week off with leadership. And as I said at the beginning of the week, that the church has to be at the forefront of the community. The church should be the drum major of the heartbeat of the church. Of the community, because it touches every aspect of the church, of the community. Not that the others don't, but the church is connected in so many ways and has the ability to be able to impact on a mass scale. Whereas families, you only have so much. Government, yeah, they're going to touch some. They're going to touch, every family in some kind of way, but not in the manner in which the church can. Businesses, yeah, they're going to be a part of the community and should be impactful in the community, but they're not going to have the impact that the church can on the larger scale. So what does leadership look like? Leadership mastery look like in the 21st century church? That's what I'm asking you. What does it look like for you? Have you sat down and talked about your leadership? Not only leadership mastery. Have you mastered leadership? I talked about this earlier this week. I had a presentation that I had to do for men. And I asked this question. The presentation was this: so you call yourself a leader? And there's an acronym that I use for leader. And that acronym describes who and what we should be as leaders. This is what the church, and I also believe this applies to the church. It applies to church, applies to men, applies to women. So you call yourself a leader. Here's what leaders do. They listen and they learn. They empower. They assist. They develop. They execute. And they get results. That's what leaders do. In every aspect, every pillar that I've talked about this week, I've dealt with those different aspects. Listen and learn, empower, assist, develop, execute, and results. What are we doing? Have you mastered those things? Have you mastered those five traits? As leaders, as the 21st century church, are you listening? Are you learning? What is your congregation saying to you? What is your membership saying to you? What is your community saying to you? Are you listening? Are you learning from what you're listening to? We should be listening to learn, and then we learn to listen. I'm going to say that again for y'all. We listen to learn, and we learn to listen. As leader, that's what leadership mastery is. Do you have the capacity to listen Do you have the capacity to learn? What is it that you're hearing? What is it that you're seeing? What is it that you are feeling? Here's the way that the church influences in the 21st century. We influence what people think, what people feel, and what people see. Those are the three ways that you master leadership. What people think, you assist people in what they think. I'm going to get to the assist in a second, but what they think, feel, and see. What are you pouring into them? Are you listening to them? Are you empowering? Empowering someone means to equip. Have you mastered empowering your congregation? Have you mastered empowering your community? Are you empowering them? Have you mastered that? Do you do that as a church? What are you assisting the families to do? What are you assisting the educational system to do? Are you assisting the government and what they want to do in that community and being able to get done what needs to be done in the community? Are you developing what needs to be developed in you as the church, in your community, and the community itself? Because it's not just about your congregation and your community. It's about you as well. How is your church developing? Has your church grown from 2020, let's say from 2015 to 2023? Is your church the same church that it was back in 2015, 2018, 2019? I told you my goal, my mission is to make you better by the end of the year than you were at the beginning of the year. And if we have that mindset every single year, we become better every year. That's mastery, y'all. And like I said, are you developing not just your church? Are you developing the members of the church? Are you developing the staff that you have within your church? Are you developing the community? How have you helped to develop the community that you are part of? That's leadership mastery, y'all. And what are you executing? As the church, what are you executing? What plan do you have that needs to be executed? What plan have you put together? What ministries have you put together in order to be able to make the members better? What plan do you have in place that you're executing that makes your community better? You should have a plan for the ministry. You should have a plan for the community. That's what mastery is, y'all. This is what mastery is. Leadership mastery is coming to the table with a vision, with writing that vision, and then working that vision. That's the 21st century church, y'all. And the results. The last thing is the results. What results are you getting? And then what results have you do you want to get? We used to do what we called, well, in business called forecasting. And within that forecasting, you would have what you think you're going to do, your what you're forecasting, what you're predicting to do, and then you have your actual when it came to budgets. What you were forecasting to do from a budgetary standpoint, kind of what you needed to do, and then the numbers that you actually did. That's how you gauge the results. What results are you forecasting, and then what results are you actually getting? This is what leadership mastery is, y'all. I told you we going hard in the paint today. It's about finishing strong, and it's about preparing those that are a part of the church. And I'm talking, like I said, from pastors all the way down to you serving on a ministry. Because leadership mastery is not just the leader of the church. The leadership mastery is about you as an individual leading yourself. Are you doing that for yourself? Do you, as a person, listen and learn? Do you, do you empower yourself, and are you empowering others that are around you? Are you assisting others? How are you assisting others? Are you developing others as well as developing yourself? Are you executing the plans that you say you want to have for yourself? Not just from a professional standpoint, but from a spiritual standpoint. How are you developing yourself spiritually? And then what does that look like within your church? Are you executing those plans that you say you had? You're doing all of this journaling, you're doing all this writing and all of those things to make you better. You're reading the scripture, but what are you doing with it? How are you growing from it? And I was watching a YouTube sermon this morning. Pastor I'd never heard of before, but he was talking about something that that intrigued me, so I thought I would listen to it to kind of see where his mind was and what his thoughts on this particular issue. And I'm not going to bring the issue up here, but what he was thinking about, and listening to him, and I got what he was saying. But my question to him was, or my question to him and any other leadership mastery, is what, were you listening and learn? What did you listen and learn from, from the sermon that you were preaching to the congregation? Was it effective? Was it going to garner the results that you want? Hey, Brother Rico, morning to you, brother. Have a great day, sir. Have a great day. Appreciate you always coming in, man. But, did he listen and learn? What did he listen to, and what did he learn from his congregation? Was he empowering his congregation in the word that he was bringing? Or, in other words, was his congregation and was the community that he a part of going to be better because of that sermon? Or was he just speaking on something that it was a hot button topic that was going to garner people to talk anymore, or get the assist them in being able to be where it is he believes that they should be, or where they want to be, because they may want to address that issue within themselves. And is he helping them with that sermon? Did that sermon help his congregation and those that will listen to develop, to be better? Is that making people better, or is this an unrealistic expectation of what you're placing on those that are listening to you in the church? And then what does that execution of what you're talking about look like? Because I promise you, the numbers are going to bear whether or not people are listening to him. Does he actually believe that people are going to actually stop doing what he was asking them to do and say, you know what, I'm going to live my life in such a way that I'm no longer doing? Then what about this sin? Because we want to address certain sins as the church, but we don't want to address the overall effect of what we're talking about. And no sin is greater than the other. They're all the same to God. We may see them differently, but to God they are the same. And it's in his forgiveness that we have to have that understanding, and we understand, yes, I have to understand who God is and what he's offering to me, and I can get the results that he desires for me. But we've got to be careful in this 21st century who we are as the church. Leadership mastery. So you call yourself a leader. Leadership mastery. Are you that leader that people want to hear and listen to? Are you that leader that someone wants to be empowered by? Are you that leader that they believe is assisting them or will assist them when the rubber meets the road? Are you that leader that will give them the tools in order to be able to execute? And then, are you the leader as the church, and I'm talking as the church as a whole, that leader that will assist them in getting the results that they want, putting them in the position to be able to get the results that they want and need, and that they grow from? That's leadership mastery. That's building a 21st century church today, March 24th, 2023. To me, this week we've been dealing with, like I said, we've been dealing with building the 21st century church. We've been talking about, do you have the commitment to impacting the needs of the community that you are part of? Do you have a new approach? What's your new approach to sin? A new approach to sin, not the old fire and brimstone, you going to you know where, if you don't tighten up, you don't straighten up. Yeah, there's a time and place for that. There's a time to let people know those things. But there's also a time to show true leadership and to be the example for what it is that you're asking for. And I ask you all, is that what the church is representing? Is that what you as a leader in church is representing? Are you that leader? So you call yourself a leader. You call yourself one, but do you know the true definition? Not only know the definition, but are you exemplifying the definition? Because we can say it all day. We can say we're leaders and want to call ourselves, give ourselves the title all day. But the question is when people look at you, do they say that you listen and that you've learned? Do they say that you're empowering? Do they say that you're someone who assists? Are you someone that they say that you help them to? Are you that they help them to develop? And you're purposeful in your development. Are you someone that shows that you're able to execute a plan? That you can put a plan together. You see a vision. You can put a plan together to accomplish that vision, and then you are able to implement it. Do the work. You're willing to do the work. You're not just barking orders at people. You're willing to do the work that needs to get done in order to be able to accomplish what it is that you want to accomplish. And then do you get the results? People want to see results. A lot of people, I think one of the reasons why so many people are moving away from the church is because of the results that the church is getting. What results are the church getting and giving? Yes, we do need to pray. We do need to seek God's counsel, His guidance in everything that we do. But then you got to go do the work. You've got to be willing to execute and be willing to say, hey, you know what? This is my part that I have to do in order to be able to move people, congregation, the church, the community forward. Because if we don't do it as the church, families aren't going to necessarily do it. Government isn't going to do it. Education isn't going to do it. Businesses aren't necessarily going to do it either. So Hopefully, you're looking at these principles that I've been given. Like I said, since the beginning of the year, I'm trying to give principles that will allow you to be able to be equipped with the tools you need in order to be able to accomplish what it is that you want to accomplish, the vision that you have for yourself. Being better by the end of the year than you were at the beginning of the year. I want to make you a better listener, a better learner, a better person, being equipped. I want to assist you in being able to get to where it is that you want to be. I want to be a part of the development that you have, whether it's being an entrepreneur, the church, individuals. I want to give you these strategies in order to be able to execute. And then put you in a position where you can get the results that you want. That's leadership mastery, y'all. That's what leadership mastery is on this Finish Strong Friday. That's what we got to be focused on. That's where we got to have our attention. Take these tools and apply them to what you do each and every day. And I promise you, just like that book that I've been talking about, The Slight Edge, it's about being better 1% every single day. Just 1%. Just 1% better, y'all. That's what we can. We just 1% better. Of course, you can be more, but being just 1% better than you were yesterday. That's how we build the 21st century church. Just 1% better. That's all we get. That's what we do. 1% better. 1% better as a church. 1% better as an individual. 1% better as a community. That's what we seek to do. It's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder. Finish Strong Friday, y'all. Y'all know. I'm going to tell y'all to do it anyway. I say it every Friday. I want you to go out, have a great weekend, do something fun. For the fellas, I know the March Madness is going on, NCAA tournament. Enjoy the tournament. There's been some great games on last night. But enjoy the weekend. Do something fun this weekend. And we'll get rocking and rolling next week on the next thing that we're going to do. So, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder. We'll talk to y'all next week. Have a great day.